I don't know. I don't want to mess up Bill Gates and Melinda Gates' family. But there's something about they don't completely support their kids. They still make them work.
Yes.
They still make them...
Yes. Oh, I think that's a good idea.
Oh, sure it is.
I mean, my parents never gave me a dime when I went to undergraduate school.
You should have to work.
You know, I mean, we all had to work.
Sure.
Well, I've been actually working since I was 12 years old. My
my
very first job was as a playground director
Oh
at
my
12
gosh.
years old. And then I used to work at some of my father's businesses.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And, you know, after school. So, you know, we all worked. And my brother was a very hard worker. My brother Lance was a very hard worker. From age 16 on, he always had 2 or 3 jobs. And, you know.
Touché. So, The Real Housewives. I want to hear, like, is there anything exciting going on? Or are they just talking about how fabulous their lives are? Like, you know that they're rich because they don't seem like money's a big deal. Like, you know, all the other Real Housewives are like, oh my god, look what I got. Oh my god, look at this new vase. These girls are like, yeah, so you bought it.
They don't. I mean, they just
you know they're rich
assume.
because it's just...
Yeah, and they only hang around with fabulously rich people.
I think it's so much fun.
But their clothes are phenomenal, and their jewelry is all real, and oh my god.
Anyway,
so,
it'll be fun. I
think it's fun, but on the other hand, though, it seems kind of ironic that they should be playing, you know, doing this show about all this massive wealth when we're in the midst of a terrible kind of economic depression. So I don't know how popular this show is going to be.
That's a really good point.
Speaking of poverty.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
God.
Yes.
You know, my students are doing, they're just doing so beautifully.
Good.
In my composition classes, and I told you earlier that we are focusing our attention on the global food and water crisis.
Right.
And even I did not know this. I mean, I always knew that Haiti was the poorest nation on earth, or one of the poorest.
Yeah.
But it has the lowest life expectancy.
Really?
29 years is the average life expectancy in Haiti. I think that's abominable.
It's
we are
unacceptable.
living in the 21st century. Yeah. If all of these developed countries cannot go down to Haiti and help these people build them decent homes, bring industry in so they can be employed gainfully, and build hospitals to treat these people. These are human beings.
Yes.
It's just, it's just a...
It's unacceptable.
It's immoral. I'm sorry. It just strikes at my heart.
Yeah.
I feel so badly for these people.
Yeah, yeah.
On the other hand, the highest life expectancy is, one of the countries is Monaco, where all the wealthy live.
Yeah.
So is this what we're doing to human beings on our planet?
Yeah.
If you're wealthy, you get to live an enormously wonderful, long lifespan, and if you're poor, you die in your 20s. That's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
Not in the 21st century.
Not in the 21st century. Exactly. You said it. In the 21st century, it is not acceptable. There is too much money in the world.
Yes.
There is too many far well-off people, businesses, organizations, governments. It's unacceptable. Period. It's unacceptable. And it's not one person's responsibility. It is the world as a unit. As an international community, it is our responsibility to take care of each other.
We have to learn to share.
Yeah.
To share and to love. You know, there have been a lot of programs lately on how people are becoming increasingly cold-hearted and rude to one another. And that can't be.
Totally believe that.
You know, love conquers all. I mean, it really does.
It does.
Soften your heart and just be good to your neighbor.
Yeah.
If you see your neighbor is struggling.
Yeah.
You know, bring food if they need food, clothing if they need.
And if you're on the UT campus, they are doing, I don't know if they're doing it in every department, but the English department has boxes out here. There's a list of things that are going to be shipped straight to Haiti. It is no scam, it is no nothing.
Yes.
Those things
we'll
go there.
there.
So if you're here on UT campus or nearby,
Yes.
come drop off some of the things that are on the list. That would be wonderful.
Remember, love conquers all.
Absolutely. You said it, girl.
So, anything else?
Well, I just want to say that an interesting study I ran across is about alcohol abuse. Not to change the subject too much, but it's about alcohol abuse. There was I believe this is pronounced Lancet study in the UK, and they looked at how alcohol is compared to all these major hard drugs.
Yes, heroin. I read
heroin
that.
And crack. Alcohol abuse is worse than heroin and crack. Out of 100, alcohol scored 72. Heroin scored 55, and crack scored 54.
You know, I have never met anyone in my life who was successful and who was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about social drinking,
having
one or two drinks on a weekend or occasionally.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who drink every day, just to get through the day.
Yeah.
Also, what I want people to understand is that alcohol is a depressant.
Yes,
it may elevate your mood for the time being, but the next day and the day after, your mood will sink and it will make you depressed.
That's right, Deb. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
Really, I mean,
absolutely.
Of course, I'm not into alcohol at all.
No,
I mean,
I think
occasionally, I probably have one or two drinks a year.
Yeah. I used to drink. I mean, on a regular basis, like have drinks again.
Right.
Have drinks, but
well, let me tell you.
Anymore, I say I'm like an old person. I don't.
Well, when I was younger,
that's all I do anymore.
we used to have parties and
we used to have fun.
But you learn through experience. You
do. I just thought it was amazing.
I mean, I would hope that with age comes wisdom.
Right. We hope. When you mention that you don't know any successful people, that's interesting. It's true, but a lot of our literary giants, canons, were alcoholics or battled with drug abuse. But to say that they were successful, it's unfortunate because
they were successful in their writing, but they weren't successful in their lives.
No,
they weren't happy people.
No, and a lot of them
died young.
That's exactly where I was going. Died young, or they lived very miserable lives.
They did.
That when they went to go on tours for their literature,
who wants to be miserable?
First one of the people come to mind is Truman Capote.
Oh, yeah.
What a phenomenal man, but battled alcoholism.
Yes, and Brendan Behan from Ireland.
Yes.
Of course, when I was in Ireland, most of the poets I met drank a lot. And these are all very famous poets. They drank a lot. But we won't go there. We won't name names.
No, we will not name names.
Because I love them all.
Yeah. So anyway, just remember the next,
moderation.
If you are battling with this, we love you. Deb and I love you.
Yes.
So go get the help that you need, because by the studies of this, to even compare alcohol with heroin and crack shocked me.
Yes.
It shocked me. I did not know this. So go out there and take care of yourself.
Well, my father always said, moderation in all things.
There you go.
In all things.
There you go.
Moderation.
Work. We all need to remember that, right?
Yes.
Because I'm working like a dog.
Yes.
So I need to learn how to moderate that.
Yes, moderation in all things is the key to success.
A smart man.
He was a very smart man.
Well, anything else, darling?
No, I think that's all. Okay. So we just want to remind you all to have a wonderful week and stay fabulous.
Bye-bye.